Hey guys, Russ here with bishopswest.com. Somebody asked a couple weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, about my setup and what I use to make music. So, as uninteresting as it might be, you asked, so I'm going to show you. So here we go. Okay, so here's kind of the hub of my home studio. It's a desktop computer, kind of a mid-tower that I built last year, mostly with stuff that I got on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Tried as much as I could to get everything on sale because it's expensive. Didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on it. I'll show you the parts list in a few minutes here, but you can see on top of that I've got a Tascam US 2x2 and my headphones that you always see me wearing in the videos, Audio Technica, I think they're M40X, something like that. And then my really old Yamaha PSR 225 GM keyboard. That's what I use for MIDI. The only problem with it is that it does not have pitch wheel or mod wheel, otherwise it'd be fine for what I needed to do. So to get that, I've got my Alesis QX25, which is also fine. Not happy with the pads, but other than that it works just fine too. Monitors, a couple of Mackeys, and then a couple monitors. Or screen monitors versus studio monitors, you know what I mean. And then very old, well, not super old, but let's see, what is this? An MCA SP1 mic. I think that costs like $40, and yeah, it works okay. It's not the best. That's, if I was gonna, the next thing I might want to buy would be a new mic. And then over here, just lots of instruments. The drums don't get used much, but the guitars and the bass, yeah, all the time. So that's it as far as the hardware. Here's, if you're interested, I don't know if you are or not, but just to give you an idea of the desktop that I'm using, I based it off the Intel i7 8700K 3.7 gigahertz 6 core, which last year was pretty expensive and hard to find. Now it's not so much. The other thing, 16 gigs of RAM, the 3 terabyte Seagate, and then I also got the 500 gigabyte SSD. So if you're not familiar, I use the SSD for the operating system and programs, and then the larger 3 terabyte to store all the audio files, anything like that. Fractal Design Define R5 case is a really quiet case. I'd recommend it. Windows 10, of course. And then software. Okay, so I just went through the process of walking through the different VSTs and effects and things that I use that I've collected over the years, and I started to edit it, and man, it was just really boring. So what if I have it? You have something different, but a lot of the stuff that we have is going to be the same. You know, all the Bitweek stuff, you guys have got the same stuff that I have. And that's kind of the point. You really don't need all the extras to start making music, and even to make great music. You know, start with what you have. Bitweek already comes with all these amazing effects, great instruments, even clips and samples that you can use in your own music. And boy, if there's one program that's great for editing and twisting and making them your own, it's definitely Bitweek. So start with that. You know, take the time, make the effort to build your knowledge, build your skills, gain that experience that you need. Okay, fine, that's my setup. Everybody's setup is going to be a little bit different. You know, maybe you only have a laptop and headphones. Great. You can make great music with that. Maybe you're on an iPad. I have no idea. Start with what you have. Saying that, I kind of want to transition a little bit to part of gaining that skill and that knowledge is being able to really focus on what you're doing and not giving in to distractions, making the time to do it. So I just wanted to share real quickly kind of a technique that I've been using and has been good for me. I think it'll be good for a lot of you too. It's called the Pomodoro technique, and it was something developed back in the late 80s, and I'm forgetting the guy's name that developed it. But Pomodoro, just Italian for tomato, and he had a kitchen timer in the shape of a tomato, and so he would set that for 25 minutes and do whatever he was working on, and during that 25 minutes that's all he worked on. He was totally focused on what he was doing, and then he would rest for 5 minutes, I think, and then go for another 25 minutes and rest for maybe half an hour to take lunch or whatever, and then do it again. So I've been doing kind of the same thing here. I've expanded my time a little bit just because 25 minutes is just enough to kind of start getting into something, and then to stop would be, well, kind of a shame. So I've expanded it to 50 minutes, and I'll do 50 minutes, 50 to 60 minutes, and then take a break. And I actually get up and do my stuff in the morning before I go to my real job. And so 50 to 60 minutes is kind of what I have before work, and then sometimes at night I'll have another 50 or 60 minutes. Sometimes I'll go even longer, and then not get enough sleep. But anyways, yeah, use that kind of a technique where you take a set time, you say, this is all I'm going to do for this time. If you want to have a timer up, that's great. I've got a clock that I use to keep track of my time. And just go for that set amount of time and focus completely. I'm not going to look at YouTube videos to figure out how to do something. I'm just going to make do with what I know. I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm just going to stick to making my music for these few minutes, and that's it. And that's been really effective for me. I get a lot more done when I'm doing that than just coming and sitting down in front of the computer and then all of a sudden, better look at YouTube. Oh, what happened with this today or that, and getting distracted. So just something that I think would be worthwhile for you guys to try if you're not already doing that. Let me know down in the comments, is this something that you do, or how do you stay focused? How do you make sure that you get stuff done and you don't just kind of fiddle around for half the day or whatever time you have and not get anything done at all? I'd be curious to hear your techniques. If this was useful to you, if you enjoyed it, let me know. Give me a like, leave me comments, tell me how horrible my equipment is, or how you wish you had a clock just like mine, or whatever you want to say. And also don't forget, I've got a free guide for you guys. It's called Accelerate Your Music Making in Bitwig Studio. It's just a quick, easy guide to get Bitwig Studio set up so you make use of that time that you have. If you do only have 25 minutes, you don't want to waste the first 5 getting Bitwig set up right and adding tracks and all this stuff that should be done already. So bishopswest.com/bitwig setup is where you can go to download it. The link's down in the comments below. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you next time.